and it's south of the freeway, and it's actually on Lisbon Street, and it's an apartment complex. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird, you know, we're asking questions about an address that you may or may not know anything about, and if you don't, you don't. You have no clue. Doesn't matter. You did what? Yeah, I want to make sure because, you know, when we do ask you some interesting or critical questions, interesting questions, we want you to know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay? So that, and the problem is that it's been a while. I mean, we're already on the 13th of September. You know, it's already been pretty much 5 weeks since this incident took place. And we want to make sure that, you know, if, again, you know, we'll explain to you how we think the light, how we talk about you, other people, that kind of stuff. Okay.
The apartment belonged to Erica, and despite Anthony's attempts to distance himself, he was very familiar with it. He repeatedly denies being there that day. What he doesn't realize is that detectives already have CCTV footage placing his gray sedan near the complex, along with witness statement description, enter and leave her apartment. And
Alright guys, let's camp, let's camp, let's camp, let's camp, let's camp. Alright, well that was fun. Being tagged to by two brain dead killers. Well, nobody did drugs. One time.
slowly but surely, detectives will show him exactly what all they know.
And I need for you to, in your mind, realize that obviously we've done some homework, okay? And I'm thinking that we're getting there, slowly but surely. But I don't think that you were there for a drink, okay? Something else is going on. Okay, we looked into some records, home records, and we know for a fact that you were in communication with somebody, okay? Somebody that lives very close to them, okay? We've talked to some people.
You know, those emails right now.
Who are we talking about?
I like 3 different dating apps.
Dating apps?
Yes.
Is there somebody that lives there that you were in communication with?
Not that I know it.
What's the app called?
There's POF and Meet Me. Those are
POS?
POF, like Plenty of Fish, and then Meet Me. I have 10 pictures that I don't need.
Meet me? Okay. If you were to upload it, would you be able to find, you know, somebody? Who did you meet that lives in that area?
I can think about it.
How many photos would you get? So I can see. What are you talking about?
Anthony goes on to show detectives his phone, claiming the last time he spoke to anyone through a dating app was back in July, weeks before August 8th. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Investigators had already uncovered that he first connected with Erica through a Craigslist personal ad, something that at the time was a common way to arrange meetups. Even more damning, text messages recovered from Erica's phone showed they had communicated on the 8th, the day she was killed, and at least once before that. So the real question isn't whether they spoke, it's what happened when they met.
It's, to me, very apparent, okay, that there's something that you know, okay? Something that makes you a little nervous about that area, particularly that apartment, that I think that you've grown to become a little more worried about, okay? We obviously have been able to connect you to something that took place at that apartment. I want to be able to sit here and talk to you about it, tell us what took place, who you met, that kind of information, okay? It's important, and I think you realize why, okay? We didn't come out to your place and ask you to come here, just thinking we're going to go and ask Anthony just to come here because. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so we believe that you went to this apartment that we're talking about, okay? We suspect that something bad and something took place, okay? And it's important for you to understand that this is your opportunity to tell us what took place.
From your words.
I've been there, but it's not on the date you're talking about.
Okay. Well, what day was it?
That was a while ago. It was like a month before the date.
Okay. Where'd you go? Who'd you go meet with?
So I met this girl online.
Okay.
You know, went over to you. And then it wasn't a girl.
Okay.
And I got it.
Okay.
And that's it.
How did you react to what happened? Something else happened.
I went home. You can ask my roommate at the time.
So you go to this place, and we're talking about Lisbon?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, was that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to Lisbon to meet a girl?
Yes.
Okay. And you met her there how? On the app or what? How did you meet this person on Lisbon? Huh?
Craigslist.
Craigslist? Okay. So why did you go down there? You thought you were hooking up with a girl?
Yes.
And then what happened?
I get there and she was dressed like a girl.
Okay.
Bigger. Like,
What?
like catfish like she looked like she did in the pictures, but
Okay.
and then like, she was bigger than me. But okay, whatever. And then we started going and then
Started what?
making out and stuff.
Okay.
And then I find out that she had a
Okay.
Anthony claims he was catfished, insisting he didn't know Erica was transgender when they met, but that explanation doesn't hold up very well. During his trial, another transgender woman testified that Anthony had previously contacted her and engaged in a sexual relationship with her, fully aware that she was transgender, and throughout the interaction remained aggressive and deceptive. Which means this wasn't exactly Anthony's first rodeo. Then the question becomes, was Anthony truly deceived, or was he fully aware and simply unwilling to confront what that meant about himself?
I know what it means, but I need for you to paint the picture for me so I can understand exactly what happened. I'm sorry, but I need to know. I mean, done is too broad, you know what I mean? What was it?
yeah.
What should I do?
She didn't like okay, so she didn't have off my parents.
Okay.
And she turned around and put it in her.
Okay.
And then she
Okay.
So what did you find out from that?
when she was pushing her off, like that's the whole story.
No, no,
What happened at the honest?
I got dressed and I went home.
no, it's a
What happened with what he was done? You talked about that.
I got
You understand what he did to you?
I got dressed and went home. I don't know what else you want me to say.
True.
I just well, I don't know what to tell you.
Here's the thing. There's, you can agree with me, I think, that there's a lot of people living there because it's housing. Okay? And in particular, there's a lot of young kids that are out there playing. Would you agree? Because this happened right at about 8 o'clock at night. Okay? And outside, I don't know if you remember, there's kids playing there. There's different things going on. Does that make sense? And when this takes place, these people tell us, hey, guess what? We saw a person leave that describes you, that apartment, and then right after that, a relative shows up and finds something. Okay? Finds something wrong. Okay? And I think you're aware of what took place, and I understand.
I'm not because the dates aren't the same dates that you get.
How do you know that we're on the dates?
How did I give you the right date?
Because this is almost right after the appointment. So like November, December time.
So, you went before this date we're telling you about?
That's what I said. But
Okay.
We know that you were there. Okay? We know that. We're able to put you in that area. Okay? And you have to understand, when people are out hanging out and they live in that area, they know who belongs where because they live there. They know who their neighbors are. They know what the neighbors look like. They know if it's a family of 3 over here. They know if it's a single guy over here or a single woman, whatever. So when they see a person that leaves, and then not long after that, a relative or a person that lives there shows up and finds something that took place there, and it's not good. Look, I understand. This person turns out to be a male, and you are soliciting. You know, you're looking for, hey, have a good time, whatever the case may be, right? And then this shit happens. It could go bad really, really quick. I can see how that would be a bad situation,
understand.
especially if you. Okay, but there's more to it. We know there's more to it. Okay, because that's what we're investigating. And then I think we're on the right track. You know, it's hard to say things like that because it's not good. You get having that would be hard for anyone to take by. I understand. So there's more to it. We need to know what took place. There's a chance that there's information that we may not know. Does that make sense? That's why you're here. That's why we're asking you. It's very difficult for anybody to believe that there's a person that leaves and they describe you. They're a tall person. Most people in the area, including us here, are not very tall. When we see a tall, black men, leave that apartment. And then soon after that, a relative shows up and finds what they find. It's hard to believe. It's hard for you to convince somebody that something didn't take place while you were in there, more than what you told us. And this is the opportunity for you to tell us what happened.
You're very accurate in your story up until you find out he's a male. What happened right after that? What did you feel? What did you do?
I turned into something. But you guys are trying to make me convince myself of something that I don't even know what the bad thing is. Which I'm assuming she was murdered. That's the only bad thing that could be this bad. And you're trying to get me to convince myself that's the only possible thing. Like, you're telling me something more happened, I don't know more happened. You get like what I'm saying from my point
I
of view?
understand exactly what you're saying. You're on the right track. That person was murdered, no doubt. Amen.
I didn't even want to say the right thing because right there, motive.
I understand that. That's not what you're expecting.
What is it specifically that you said about what?
Do you want?
Yes.
You don't want to talk anymore? Okay. I'm not sure.
Alright, then you know what? At this point, we're gonna go ahead and stop meeting.
With just a little pressure, Anthony invoked his right to an attorney and ended the interview. But just 4 hours after detectives left the room, he asked to speak with them again. And this time he was ready to talk.
So, September 15th, it's 5:58 this time, which is 17:58 hours later. We're still at 99 North Lane, police headquarters. We are here with Anthony, Michael, Bob. I'm Detective Sanchez, my brother, Detective Sanchez, and earlier we met question concerning the case number. The case number is still under, or case number is still 1622-1258. This is related to an incident that happened August 8, 2016. Today, we issued an interview of you. At the time, you were not under arrest. It was 1:30 p.m. and at precisely 2:22 p.m. you decided, or I'm sorry, 2:20 p.m. you decided to reserve this interest to say yesterday. Since then, we took you this afternoon to Judge Kelly, Judge Magistrate's office, which was at approximately 4:30 p.m. in the morning, and also on $750,000. You are also taking photographs and a conversation where you spoke concerning the case itself. And you followed what did you want to tell me? What happened? I informed you that I couldn't talk to you anymore because you had solicited orders. Is that correct? And at this point, what is it that you want to do with it? You want to talk to us? Are you sure? Yes. Even though you already asked for orders, you still want to talk to us? Yes. Okay. Before I do that, I need to make sure that you understand what you're right. Yeah. That's all. That's okay. You tell me what happened.
What I said earlier on conflict. Yes. The same thing. I said I got this one. That did happen. This was not the day you died. It was like earlier. Like I said, hey, I'm sure you'll be back home. So obviously, this person has to know you. If I'm one prior to that, you had been at that same house. That's right. And then now once again, I find a partner and I get this person. And I usually do something to that. And so when he got a picture, he called me. It was the same guy with different pictures. And then he said he would contact Fort Bliss, tell him I contact. Pay him for whatever he's good. My picture on Craigslist, like looking for guys like I'm with my number and stuff. But he was like blackmailing me to come over again and also pay him $20 for his services or whatever. And then, so I needed to go over there. On the way there, I stopped by the hardware store. Foxconn, the Farmville. Upstairs. I went in with the chisel. I checked it out. I just sat on the bottom of the stairs. I went up. And then he started to take off my shirt and stuff. He's like, and I was like, I don't have it. And then he's like, you have my money? I'm like, I left it in the car. Let me go get it. But instead, I went and got the chisel. Went back upstairs. Stepped in. Got stabbed in the gravel area first. And he pushed me against the wall. And he came at me. Like, hit him in the face. And he went down and I just...
Erica suffered at least 24 stab wounds, most of them to her torso, back, and face. Forensic analysis determined the injuries were consistent with a single weapon, likely a chisel. She also had multiple defensive wounds on her hands and arms, clear evidence that she fought back before ultimately succumbing to the attack.
I took his phone. Threw away all those at
You see this one?
I don't know where it is. That's the way.
What did you guess when you played the dog?
What about you see this one?
Let's do a...
It's the route to go to the bank, yes. Tell me about the chisel. What color is it? So, maybe this is green shirt. It's green shirt.
Black pump shirt. Not hands, it's a shirt.
Oh my god. Come on.
What size? Left hand. You never call one hand. Composer.
There's a full.
What about I'm not a fashion guy, so I'm not scared of fashion. Some people just work with me. Jeans, you're saying? the shirt and the leaves. You dump them. So firehouse. And you said that that chisel you bought it on that 8th of August. Right before you got it. And it's purchased by the 5th grade. Talk to me a little bit more about the Black Knight. He basically, I'm assuming, is threatening you by way of specifying that he would call the military. Basically, told the whistle.
Yeah, I think he was trying to say that I was trying to pay him. Yeah. But he was trying to flip the script.
Yeah, like you were a pamper, like what they
Yeah, he was trying to make it seem like I was.
It was John.
Yeah. And that, he was just, I don't know, he was just saying, I'm gonna tell them that you're trying to pay me for, so, that it's something like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So when you went on August 8th, you knew that this person was a man.
Yes.
And the invite was for what reason? Did both of you agree you're going to hook up again, or what?
But he wanted to, I guess, look at like $200.
Is that part of the Black Mill money?
Yes.
Did you have to go? Did you discuss that with him about the Black Mill?
We didn't discuss it.
Like, when you showed up, you said, hey, why are you doing this to me? What's your problem? That kind of stuff. No, you did not. Did you remove your clothing that day? When you said you were taking your shirt off, right?
Took my shirt off. I put it back on. Back on. So it's all not done.
As far as the tension, you didn't take them off until
I got one.
no, and you notice anything on your front? I mean, I've seen what it looks like after the fact. It's a mess. Is there something on your clothing, your black shirt, your bands?
Like the bands. And
Yeah,
like on the bottom.
trash ass teammates. Like, what's a lot?
And the shirt is that.
Yeah, the DB
Oh,
one.
you up on the like it.
I love it.
Yeah.
What's your,
Just for you're saying don't call me from the.
It was like a,
that should be on your phone, right? You communicate with him. Or with the text or how?
that should be on my phone.
Yes, yes. After the fact, did you call somebody?
After that,
Like when you leave, you know this guy's dead, but you said, it's him, he's fine. When you leave, who do you call? Who do you tell? No one? You don't call anybody? You don't say, hey, you know what, I screwed up, you know, I messed up, this guy, this, you understand what I'm saying?
Anthony had in fact sent a message to one of his friends saying something along the lines of, I killed her, before eliminating it, a detail investigators were already aware of. And by this point, he knows they have far more than they're revealing. The phone records, the surveillance, and not to mention the inconsistencies in his story. And realizing the walls are closing in, Anthony decides that it's time to come clean with the truth.
Yes, good question.
Oh my god.
you know, saying,
Oh my god. Oh my
He's not
god.
here for this, if you're figure out.
right?
Were you specific for him on what took place, what you did with clothing, that kind of stuff?
No, I didn't tell him about it. I just told him. Then I told him, I just told him I got rid of it. I don't know if I got
Is there anything that, aside from the chip that you still have, that's connected to anything from this person? Whether it's any of his property, anything,
gloves.
gloves?
What's gonna be on the clothes?
Sure.
What am I doing with it?
For the record, looking at black
Mechanics.
gloves.
Right and left.
I won't touch on my gloves. Is the red stuff, is that,
I assume so for that.
seems like blood?
Is that the right hand? It is the right hand.
So that's leads me to my next question. Are you right-handed or are you
Right
left-handed?
hander.
And the chisel,
Yes.
you had it in your right hand?
Yes.
How many times did you stab?
I cannot give you an exact number. It's several times. Okay.
So for sure, you didn't take anything else but the phone.
Yeah, sorry.
These gloves belong to you? Is
Yeah,
that
these are, they were my work gloves.
okay. And you put them on before you walked in, or you put them on?
I put them on when I said I left the money in the car. So I constantly put them on.
So you actually went down to get the chisel and the gloves. Or that's when you got the gloves when you went down to get the chisel.
Yeah,
Right.
the chisel was just in the gloves.
Okay.
Those gloves were an important piece of evidence that detectives now know of, because they suggest premeditation. If he didn't plan to murder Erica in the first place, there was absolutely no need for him to come prepared with a chisel, which, mind you, he purchased from a hardware store moments before the murder. If anything, Anthony was likely afraid that Erica would expose their ability in the bud. And needless to say, things aren't looking too good for Anthony right now.
Oh hey, thanks, bot.
Call or text
I'm
your
sure
friend.
we go with Peter
One
and
thing that's
Lana.
correct. Eventually you get that day. What do you guys call it? McDonald's?
Which one?
That was one of the actors. Okay.
Yes. And you sit there and you, I guess, discuss what took place, correct?
Correct.
And from there, did you guys go together somewhere, or were you,
We just smoked and everything. We just hung out every day.
are you wearing everything still?
That changed and stuff, right?
Okay. You had gone to your.
Yeah. He was still at work when this happened.
After you met with him and after you gave him all the stuff, where are you going?
Home. Apartment. So.
Over on
Oh, no.
Island. Okay. Is there a chance that you might have gone back
To her place?
or in the general area?
Yeah.
For sure. No doubt about it. The reason I'm asking is because we do have your phone records, and we kind of know where you were more or less based on certain calls, text messages. You know how that works?
Yeah, but I can't hear you saying. Maybe you can see where I was.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tracking system. It's very complex, but we do get records, and some of the records show you going up to that area for Wilson Empire. And eventually they are phone calls or text messages wherever you're requesting your delivery. They're further down in the area where this happened. Is that just where the towers hit, or what? I guess I'm asking, did you?
I never went back.
Maybe not to the but general area.
Yeah, even the general area. Like, was it? So it was saying like after I met up with Williams and stuff, it's saying like I went back.
It seemed like a yes.
Yeah.
No. Okay. You did it. You did it.
I go right after. I just believe it.
You ever told your parents? Another friend? A girlfriend? Miss Karen? For sure? That's not the reason why you guys broke up? You mentioned earlier you guys broke up, right? That's not the reason? Okay. Your truck, did you notice anything as far as, let's call it blood, because based on what we saw there, there's a lot of blood there. And I'm assuming that there's a lot on you, because you're wrestling with stuff, right?
I never felt actually. Like, it was just my shoes.
Just your shoes.
Keep in mind that the attack was completely one-sided based on the forensics. Investigators found absolutely no defensive wounds on Anthony whatsoever, meaning he walked away without so much as a scratch, while Erica suffered at least 24 stab wounds and fought for her life.
Did you ever clean the truck? I mean, if I walk into a vehicle and I've got blood on you,
I don't know if there is blood, I personally haven't seen it.
and there's nothing else that you've seen, like, oh god, there's a stain there that looks like blood. No? Okay. All right. What is he telling you when all this is taking place?
But the guy, he just, after I he said no, and pushed me off. And sometime later he was like,
Oh, come on, bro. You can see that for 7 from a mile.
Whoever's dead. No, she not.
Yeah, this guy looks buff. He looks fairly strong. He could definitely be buffer. But I think he's a pretty strong guy. Oh my god, 2000 rescue. Oh my god, bro. That lag spike. Fighting machine piece of shit. Oh my god. Complete no skill killers. Oh my god. microscope. Oh, these jumps take way too long right there. Like, I feel like these gens should be going twice as fast as they actually go. Sorry, this speed is way too slow. Well, this team is so trash. Nobody on gens, dude. Average survivor match. Not one person on gens, dude. Just one person. Come on, dude. Nobody? god, bro. That's exactly why I don't play Pyramid Head, dude. I would feel so bad if I did. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, they finally got me down, bro. Poor Pyramid. Took him like 10 years to get me down. The good news is we only got one gem left. So 2 is doable with 1, 2, 3, Oh, that guy has no brain at all. Let's see, we have a gate over there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Pyramid Head bully. Alright, let's see these challenges. Oh, we got one. Oh, that was fast. That's the best Oni skin. The bear, yeah, the bear is the best one. Oh wow, unique skin. Don't talk shit about Attack on Titan. Mm. Not gonna lie, that was fun. Oh my god, this fucking dude, this idiot has to be a bot, dude. It has to be. Fucking idiot has to be a bot, dude. trigger, dude. Dude, this rifle's so bad. Dude, so bad, dude. What a game, dude. That was the game of all time, dude. Little sped ass teammate, bro. Yeah. Dude, they definitely remove items from Mr. Rift. No doubt about it. Bro, that's funny as fuck. Just for Warhammer.
very, very different, right? Corngors, for me, have always been a go-to. Very, very different, right? Corngors, for me, have always been a go-to in this matchup because of how good they are against the high elf Cavan monsters. But seems like, yeah, advanced meta coming out today, guys. We had the Doomfire Warlocks with Maximillionaire, and yeah, all sorts of crazy stuff. GG, well played. Chosen tying up the series. This best of 5, 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. What a freaking match that was. Yes, yes. Skulltaker, pretty good. Honestly, force multiplier, plus 16 melee attack in all of his fights. That is how Chosen was winning all those backfield fights against the Silverhelms. He was giving plus 16 melee attack to his Furies and Fleshhounds and just overwhelming the unsupported Silverhelms. So, honestly, really, really good play. I loved that play. It was very high level. And yeah, Charx's build was good. I think just cutting the Sky Cutters. I think you get rid of the Sky Cutters and then replace it with more ground presence, like another 2 Oceanids, for example, and then I think his build is exponentially stronger. So that would just be my 2 cents. But again, I'm a potato, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt. 1-1 of the series, guys. And let's go ahead and get the next one set up and head over to Anticity versus Maximillionaire. Now, will the Kraken King be able to tie up his series here? By the way, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please do drop a like on the stream. It helps out quite a bit. Helps keep the old engine going. And let's get in here, and we're going to do this. Yeah, the Sky Cutters were probably the weak link in the build. Oh, another High Elf game. All right, all right. So here we are. We got Maximillionaire, High Elves versus Wood Elves. Wood Elves, High Elves looking to be very meta these days. We're getting a lot of people playing them. That is for sure. We're getting a lot of people playing them out. All right, so we got a little bit of time. Scalandir's Cave is a huge skirmish map. It's just like fast, it's furious. Gonna be curious to see what these guys play when they get into the depths of their factions. But yeah, classic Wood Elf anti-Cav build. Double Melkoth spam, incredibly brutal against Cav. And then the High Elves are gonna be going for what appears to be a Shadow Warrior, you know, kind of Waywatcher-ish kite with a bunch of heavy Cav of their own. Yeah, well, you're a dwarf player. Dwarf players, playing dwarves as a main is definitely choosing suffering, because in competitive, dwarves are a good counterpick faction. That's their best role. Like, dwarves are good at counterpicking a couple factions really hard, but aside from that, they have a lot of tricky matchups at the higher levels, I would say. I have no idea, Garganeth. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Not sure. Yeah, a lot of elves today, which I'm not surprised. Elves are a really high skill expression faction. They're really quick and micro-intensive, so the best players will often gravitate towards them, for sure. But I mean, we just saw Khorne. Khorne is a classic chaos faction. So yeah, we're seeing a lot. Ladies and gentlemen of the old world, welcome to Game 2. We have Maximillionaire currently up 1-0 in the series, and he is going to be playing the Wood Elves. He is going to be going for Mass Wild Riders. We have a Spellweaver of the Dark. So basically what Max is going to do is hide his mage in the bushes, using the power of darkness on himself to get extra Winds of Magic. And then he's going to be spending that Winds of Magic on the branch wraiths and just Melkoth spam, which is like, I remember in the early days when I was, not even early days, but like 2 years ago, I was playing Empire very heavily in tournaments. And I constantly remember running into Serkia and just having him Melkoths all my cav into the Shadow Realm, you know? So, yeah, tricky stuff. Aside from that, for the elves of the highest type, it is going to be the classic. This is like the most ODM playstyle ever. Zyphos, Anticity. I don't know if Alfredino really played like this. I think he was a little bit different. But yeah, 4 Shadow Warriors for battlefield control. Silverhelms to fight the cat fight. Larry with Tempest to control the skies, just in case of any flying dragons or anything like that. And then we do also have Earthblood and Star of Avalorn as well. It's going to be a lot of damage here when these Shadow Warriors open up. I don't know if Max notices them, but the Shadow Warriors are lurking very, very close. And the first volley is going to be going out. Max has very sweaty micro, for sure. But, ooh, a big volley on those Wild Riders. They definitely get chewed up pretty good. So now what we're going to be seeing is we're going to be seeing Anticity come over here. Control objective number 2. And then we're going to see him slow push out. He's basically going to be slow pushing his opponent with the Shadow Warriors and protecting his archers with his own heavy cav, and trying to just accrue steady value there, which is going to be all fun in the neighborhood. Wild Riders versus Silverhelms, interesting fight. Let's go look. So the Silverhelms are 36-36, 34-31, 44 weapon strength versus 32, but the armor difference is pretty big. I actually am not sure. I think a Wild Rider would just barely edge out a long-term fight because of the combat stat advantage, but Wild Riders, Yeah, these are the. It depends if it's a shielded silver helm, but I'm fairly certain the Wild Rider barely wins it. Barely. All right, guys, and moving in is Larry the Radiant. So Larry going to be attacking into the Branch Wraith, and she's going to be trying to peck this Branch Wraith down with her Great Eagle. And honestly, not a terrible trade here for the Kraken King. The Wood Elves don't have any really heavy range
We'll
pressure.
do Hollings
They're
in
mainly
like an hour
indexed
or
into-
two. Let's do the bingo first. Alright, controller off. Thank you for the follow, gamer. Welcome in. Alright, last controller game. What am I doing again? I'm trying to summon Gideons. I'm not clicked into the game.
Let's go.
My controller is not connected. Controller. My controller is not working. There it is. Okay. We did not get Gideon, so we're gonna try to do a different one. Maybe we can get a safe unhook. Or... I was Oni, you bodied with a finesse. Serena, I thought it was 2v8. Oni is way too weak and exploitable in 1v4. I've had two Onis. Were you the bear Oni or the regular Oni? I can't remember, I'm sorry. The regular Oni. The one on Greenville with the one on Greenville. Pain res dead answers. The one on Greenville with the V that got out of the basement. Yes. I think. Chichizo gamer. 2v8 Oni's fun. I ain't gonna lie. Oni in general is fun. Was there a Serena in that game? I don't even remember. I was troubleshooting my stream that match. I wasn't really paying attention much because my stream's having issues right now, as you can see. Oh. Controller, please. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
None can best me. No rest. It is. I am the storm. I fight for the Techless.
Light.
Oath one's enemies shall be drowned.